who uses ad blockers and who doesn't. Shame on you, sir, not supporting the tournament and allowing us to make Twitch monies. How else will I afford my Bugattis, dude?
Yeah, I mean, life without Bugattis. What's the point?
Yeah,
Is that even a life worth living?
See, you understand. I mean, like,
I do
what, you
get
think
it.
I'm going to drive around in a Porsche? No, because what I want to drive around in are the best cars. I want to drive around in a goddamn Mercedes. Brought it back
Right.
around.
Right.
See you later,
Nice.
nerds. See you later,
Affordable,
nerds.
sleek, and makes you feel like $1 million.
Oh, no. This is not a good choice here. Anti-Mage went for the counter spell level 1 here.
Yeah, they forced it out of him because they threw the remnant down. It latched onto him, and he felt like he was taking like too much pressure at that stage.
No. He went
for
for
the
it
dagger, wasn't
afterward.
it? Yeah. Wait,
Yeah,
he went
yeah,
for it
and-
after? Okay.
Yeah, so he was just standing there and he went for it, and I think this is a very big mistake here.
I
Yeah, I mean,
assumed he
he
just
might
had
be
it.
able to kind of. I mean, I'm assuming
Oh.
he's doing it just because of the Shadow Strike there on Queen of Pain. She's gonna try to use it. She's gonna see
Exactly,
the
yeah.
projectile, and he can kind of just be whatever.
Well, the problem
It's
is, like,
fine.
they'll realize that, and that then all of a sudden, like, this crappy start we were talking about for the Void Spirit, it's not like the biggest factor, because while it doesn't take a long time to get to level 2, like, I feel like these two heroes, if they beat you to level 2, will start to bully you hard as an AM.
Yeah, and where's this Wyvern going? What's his play here, buddy? I'm curious.
He's like, oh, I need to buy T. Wait, I don't need to
Okay.
buy TPs. I start with
That
3 of
makes
those.
sense now. Yeah. Okay, so
I like he's chosen to start with the Splinter Blast as well. Like, you are up against a double melee. Get a lot of pressure out already as well. Disma's forced to bat one away.
yeah, and we do see Anti-Mage. Yeah, he's able to hear Dark Shadow Strike from the Queen of Pain, get it thrown back.
He's not doing too bad a job 2-1. Quap's doing a little bit better, but like we said, we kind of expected that because they know you do not have the ability to like bully them with mana break.
Yeah, I think the lane is gonna get better for Anti-Mage eventually when he gets some level 2. He's gonna take some damage here though. He doesn't have too much regen.
Speaking of damage being done, bot lane is getting pummeled. This Wyvern is on its own before even thinking about the Spectre factor, screwing over both of G Pride's members here.
Yeah, this is like when you play 2 melee heroes into Wyvern. Wyvern is one of those really strong position 5s if you're playing against the right heroes. And these two kind of big, bulky strength heroes, they don't enjoy playing against this.
They're also incredibly slow, right? And also, the problem for Dismar is he went for this Oof start, so your ability to retract from an engagement isn't really there. Like, you're in, and you're committed.
Yeah, and I think Infamous are doing a good job in this top lane of splitting the lane up, kind of, so that they're getting these two fights where the Queen of Pain is fighting against the Anti-Mage, who has also once again not managed to dodge the Shadow Strike from the Queen of Pain.
I mean, at least he's got mana break now. At least he can scare him a little bit. Michael is out of regen. He should have some more coming, though. Yeah, he's actually gone for the Ring of Regen very far, which I feel like he can just get away with that, actually, because their ability to, like, close a kill in this lane with a CM and an AM isn't that high.
No, but I think you don't necessarily have to kill in this lane. I think you just need to sit. You just want to burn their mana, and then just sit and hit creeps. And we are gonna see maybe a first blood here. Nope.
No, that's why he bought the Fairy Far. He just wanted to bait you. Kara. Oh, he gets it. Maximum range on the Crystal
He just wanted
Nova.
to bait you.
No, he wanted to bait you and then bait me and then bait everyone. Because while we're talking about that bot lane we said that was feeling pretty crappy for G Pride nets him a kill. However, they do have to give one back to Kaz.
And you're going to be very happy with that. You get a solo kill on the Spectre. Are you going to get a second?
No, he's got the Fairy Far. But it was, yeah, he knew he'd have to regen up. He just wanted to try and force as much out of the Spectre as he could.
Yeah, so both carries right now doing quite well. Okay, the Anti-Mage a little bit low on the CS, but still, he'll get happier soon, I think.
TM, soon TM. I'll tell you who is happy though. KXY. Pretty damn good actually on this mid lane. Like I feel like we expect him to have a little bit more pressure applied onto him because of the treant factor, right?
Yeah, and I don't know. I feel like this anti-mage has misplayed so many times up in this top lane. I think the lane should be going much better than what
I
it
tr-
actually is
I
at this
try to
point.
drag attention from him screwing up. I'm
I'm
trying.
just,
But I
I'm
see
just.
what it is. POS 1 player looks at other POS 1 players like, what he doing? I could take his place
Yeah.
on the team when I want.
What are you doing there, buddy?
Oh.
They
Well,
are gonna
they're
get
getting a kill. I feel like this, like the first one I can kind of see, but also even the
I think
first
it's
kill
just on the
like, shouldn't
back of
happen.
the one charges of the anti-mage. I
Yeah.
think he managed to get one.
But I feel like they're baiting themselves a little bit. Like the voice spirit, the first death looked really wonky, right? And Pepita, oh,
Yeah, very strange there by Pepita.
this whole lane
Forcing
is
himself
strange.
into this.
Bot is also funky. But yeah, I mean, you were gonna say about the skill build, right? On for top, like the way he's forced the skill build. I think before I
No, I
rudely
was
interrupted
saying
you.
about, well, I mean, strange from Pepita going for this maxed out Shadow Strike build is kind of strange, but also I just meant for forcing the kind of trade there. He went in and kind of lost all his mana and was unable to blink after that. And still, he used the Shadow Strike, hoping to somehow deal damage to Anti-Mage when the kill was probably never going to happen anyways. So, and I think now Anti-Mage's lane has stabilized quite nicely with both the Ring of Regen and the Ring of Health. I think the harass coming out of the Queen of Pain should not really be enough to scare Anti-Mage out of the lane, and he should just be happy up here farming.
Yeah, I do find it's quite helpful to my lane if my opponent randomly dives the tower and kills themselves.
Yes, that tends to help sometimes.
Mm.
We're gonna
Well,
see a rotation mid from
yep.
the Void Spirit.
I like this as well. Like this is the lane that you can potentially rotate to. The only problem is they've got that ward down, right? So it's a complete waste of effort. But he should know about that ward now, so you can look to actually just get rid of it.
Yeah, and we're gonna have a Nature's Prophet ult fly out. I think you kind of want to make more sort of plays with this Nature's Prophet ult.
I mean, it's a huge nuke with the final hit. Roll in and drop by the silence. There's a remnant follow-up on the tower, and there's no way you can TP out of this. Splinter Blast. He could try. He's have to stand and fight. They use the Hornet as well. They lose the Wyvern, but they do get the big kill on the Nature's Prophet. The TP from Kara. He's like, there you are, Michael. I've been killing you all game. I need to do it some more. Come here. But Dismar yoinks it away. KXY does go in for the maiden kill, though. They roll through to protect, and they turn around double kill for the Earth Spirit, proving that he is the most formidable spirit in this lobby, as the XD comes out from the Prophet. Okay, I like that. We never see that.
Earth Spirit actually just now surpassed Anti-Mage in terms of net worth.
Jeez.
And he's having a really good game. Anti-Mage maybe not so much so as he should be, but Earth Spirit off to a very good start, and I think that's, even though the Anti-Mage is slightly struggling, I think they're still very happy with this Earth Spirit getting off to such a good start, because I think he can have so much impact if he gets off to some early levels. Maybe, an urn, maybe something else, just some cheap items. He can cause a lot of issues for the Infamous lineup.
Yeah, the levels are just as useful. Like, if you look at this game, Geomagnetic Grip, and then look at the heroes that Infamous has, the only one who isn't crapping themselves at the thought of being silenced is Spectre. Everyone else on this team is incredibly vulnerable when they're hit by a silence.
Yeah, and even the Spectre can potentially be sad if he wants to be able to dagger away.
Yeah, I'm thinking like heroes that just inherently can't tank though, right? Ones that have to play off their elusiveness, and like every single one of the Infamous heroes other than Spectre fall into that category.
Yes. We do have level 6 now, already at the 750-minute mark on Earth Spirit here. We're gonna see.
He wants to fight.
Should be
See
a
Axel.
kill.
Splinter Blast to try and slow down the Underlords. Like, I don't want him getting permanent damage if I am going to die. Looks like Dismar does get the kill. The daggers are coming out. Sonic Wave is through. Nice block with the roll through. Actually hitting the Spectre's face means that Dismar should go down. They'll just try and deal the damage out. Pakaz actually bit off more than he could chew. Trying to move away, and it looks like he'll get away with it just about. Underlord not able to get the kill. 20 health left on the Spectre. Now they can just play with their new toy. There's Valkyrie. Well, they can't quite kill him, but he can't really do any damage to them either. They're thinking about it, though. You can see Pakaz like, well, I'll get this angle. You get that one. Just poke him. Just keep poking him. I've got a dagger. That's my kill now. Thanks. And that's why no one likes playing Underlord.
Yeah, I feel like where was Nature's Prophet in all of this?
Here he is. He's like, oh, sorry, guys. I didn't realize I had an invite to this party. And Bakaz is hit up by the urn again. So this time he should go down with the assistance of Kara, who so far has more or less secured every kill on his team. All the big ones anyway. And KXY, he was so greedy about getting that kill that he'll give over his life to Kara. Actually, Dismar yoinks it this time. That's the celebration lane. They drop the mango trees and say, fight. Keep fighting. We're not done. We understand what our draft is meant to do. Follow the maiden. The Jeanne d'Arc. Follow her everywhere. Kill everything.
Yeah, and while all of this is happening, Antimage is just kind of free farming up top.
He needs it. He's kind of in catch-up, but now he's matching the Spectre in CS at least. He's still 800 gold behind her, but Bakaz has been involved in a lot more brawling, as he's going to find out again. And this time, I don't think he wants to be involved in that brawling. They room for the second time, but it looks like Wyvern can save the day by giving over her life? Question mark? By giving over her life.
Yeah, and I think so far the two supports of G Pride are doing a very good job of just kind of finding kills and finding engagements around the map, freeing up space for the anti-mage, also being able to secure some kills on some of the infamous heroes and kind of taking control of this bottom lane, and thus also not allowing the Spectre to just sit there and free farm.
So you feel like Infamous, like, should they just try and shift this aggression elsewhere? Because I feel like they're baiting themselves into defending the Spectre, which means they're inherently just not addressing the anti-mage problem at all.
Yeah, I think they're in a little bit of a weird spot because they don't really want to just let G Pride just take towers, which they can do with Nature's Prophet and Underlord.
Cool.
At the same time, fighting can be
There's a lot
tricky.
of that right now. Tal gets brought down by Pepita and actually gets the kill on Dismar as well. It looks like Pepita is going to live. He's able to walk away. This bracer might not give you magic resistance, but it gave him the much needed HP regen to stay alive. And while that's happening, KXY snipes the back line and finds Kara as well. And all of a sudden, Valkyrie, well, we saw this before. He doesn't get the deny. We didn't see that. That's the new piece. But the repetitive piece of the Underlord is, oh god, I can't hit anyone. Everyone is hitting me. Panic. Please, someone help me.
Yeah, and the Monkey King, not the Monkey King, sorry, the Pango off to a very, also a monkey, but, you know, or not a monkey maybe, but a cat maybe-ish. I don't know, he kind of looks like a monkey.
It's a pangolin.
I don't know. I feel like he could be a monkey.
Like a, you know, it's basically like an armadillo type. You know what those are, right?
Yeah, I know. I just feel like when I look at his face, I feel like he kind of looks a little bit like.
I mean,
anywho, he's off to a very good start now.
Oh, you know what it is actually? I figured it out. It's aristocrats. Aristocats. That's why you're thinking cats.
Yeah.
But sorry, please go to your real point and stop listening to my bullcrap.
Yeah, no, he's off to quite a good start here with some kills, and I think this is gonna allow him to farm quite quickly and also be quite a threat in this game. When you get off to such a nice start and you get this early Maelstrom, you're able to turn that into a lot. And I think this is not where he wants to be right now. He rotated to his bottom lane without any resources whatsoever.
And there was no way you were going to save the Quap anyway. She was long dead at that point.
He's going to get his bottle refilled here from the Void Spirit though, so.
So this is why they picked the Void Spirit. It's his job now. He's the water boy. Valkyrie. Uh-oh. He knows what's coming. A lot of damage from the Pangolier. That's what's on its way. As they easily clean up the Underworld. That's meant to be your frontliner on G Pride, but so far, not really had the room to get any frontliney type items and won't ever because he's going for the Atos first.
Yeah, and I'm a little bit surprised here that the Antimage, he did go for the treads. He finished them off before the Fury. I think this is one of the few rare times where an Antimage is actually allowed to go for the Fury first. With just, potentially a Glove of Haste or something like that. I feel like he should have his Battle Fury already, but he's quite far from it. At least he's around 1,000 gold away, roughly, a little bit more. But his team keeps buying him a lot of space, so...
Well, I was going to say, it's one of those cases where, like, usually we wouldn't harp on, like, a 14, 15-minute Battle Fury timing, but I think it's because, like, you need to, like, kind of exacerbate the point that you made, which is that this is a good AM game. This should be a nothing really hinders me type game for an AM. So it's kind of shocking to see him kind of so slowed down. And might be slowed down more because I think they're about to bait themselves in. If they commit onto Pakaz, they're in a lot of trouble. Instead, Argies realizes this and moves away. Michael is coming. He has got one charge in the Astral Step. The Haunt's going to be there. Kara will be interrupted before he can complete his dance and will be brought down. It's the Dance of Death. Sonic Wave onto Argies. Able to blink away, though. The wand will save his life, and Pepita cannot pursue anymore, and Dismar hides in the trees.
Yeah, and they did use the Quinopain ult there. I'm curious. I think he actually just wanted to bait it out, and thus kind of making it so that it's going to be quite a bit more difficult for Infamous to take their next fights.
I mean,
but
well,
I think
it's everything, right? Like, they use the Horn, they use the Sonic Wave. They still have the Rolling Thunder, though, right? Like, so it's not like they're completely disarmed for another minute, per se.
Yeah, I feel like the Underlord should be ulting towards top. I think he should have maybe already been doing it. We'll see if this is a little bit in the late.
They don't need him. Dismar's doing all the work. Look at him go. When his curse comes out, this is what happens when you bring allies, okay? They're a problem. Bakaz is going to be brought down. Rolling Thunder through to try and save the day. Michael's able to move away in the meantime after killing off Kara, so 1-1 exchange. But will favor Infamous. They bring down the Nature's Prophet as well. And it looks like Dismar's going to be able to escape from all this. He's doing so much work, but he really needs his teammates alongside him. And Valkyrie's finally able to find something as he runs down and kills off the Wyvern.
Yeah, I feel like so far this Earthbird, him and the CM are carrying so much of this game. I think both the mid laner, the Nature's Prophet, and the off laner, the Underlord, have not had the best games. But this did free up a lot of space for Antimage now to take out the bottom tower, and also just now finishing up his battle fury.
I agree with the support assessment, right? Like, these are the guys that I want in my game. All right, if I'm playing a core, if I'm playing an anti-mage especially, this is the type of combo of two heroes I need protecting me. Actually, talking about protection, they're trying to defend this tier 1 top. The Roland's going to come across, the Ruin to Pangolier, the Moon in Michael, just trying to cause some anarchy to save the day, but he cannot get KXY out. Michael has to limp away. They are low, though, so Pepita will come in and clean up one. Tower is extremely low still as well. Michael does have the Remnant, so he could try for a Q play, decides against it. Meanwhile, on the side, Silence is going to come out. Tao actually moved across, decided he could kill off Pepita.
I think that was the reveal of the Orchids by the Nature's Prophet there. I'm not too sure if he had it in the last engagement. I think he didn't. And that is going to be quite annoying to play against for Infamous for quite a while. The Pangolier, he's quite close to his Yules, so he's going to be sort of fine. And Quinopain is going to have Greaves somewhat soon-ish. She's almost 2k away though, so not that quickly.
But she's committed.
And while this is happening, also the Anti-Mage is he's just going to keep farming.
That's true. Although, like, I like the fact that the co-op's going for the Guardian Greaves over like a Yules in this game, though, right? Because Yules would just be free setup for the Earth Spirit and the Underlord. And also, when you look at this lineup on Infamous, like, their ability to sustain with Guardian Greaves is huge. And co-op forces the initiation onto us. The Horn's going to come out. Pakaz trying to turn around the Valkyrie. He's going to get him low, but no! Just about had enough in it. Sonic Wave's going to come through as well to assist with the follow-up on Nakara. And Dismar will be able to roll away, but that was almost out and safe. Just, I think he was on the final tick when it came to the Uber out there.
Yeah, quite close there to getting out. However, these kills they're not translating into anything else. You know, it's not a tower that's dying. It's just kills on heroes that aren't all too important. I think this port here by the Anti-Mage is not something that I would want to see.
Well, they're trying to go for the AM, and they find him straight away. KXY is going to be silenced up. Don't worry, reinforcements are coming in. The Anti-Mage is trying to escape. They're actually going to turn around and deal with Dismar and the newly arrived Crystal Maiden as well, as Kara not sure what to do just yet. He knows he's going to get stunned if he tries to go for the freezing field. But now with the reinforcements coming, they can maybe turn this. Swashbuckle through trying to do enough damage, but now there's skills to come out for the Maiden. There is going to be a Winner's Curse though, and it looks like Kara is going to die if KXY given enough time to move away. The CM, the only casualty so far. Pop will go down finally on the side. Anti-Mage still fighting up against Michael. Tries to make him go pop. The Cold Embrace is there to save the day. Splinter Blast gets the kill in the AM. Dead for 50 seconds. Silence comes out. TP out of 10 by Axel is going to fail as well. They finally achieved their goal getting the AM, but it wasn't cheap.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what the whole idea of this Anti-Mage, like the port from bottom to top. I think this whole entire, the half of the map, like that, the bottom entire triangle is yours to farm if you're Anti-Mage here, especially when you see that the enemies are kind of they're lingering around this mid-top area, and you just want to play this bottom half of the map just for as long as you can and want to, until you feel like you're ready to fight. He ports top, and he keeps going kind of back in and out of this fight, and I think this is just not what you want to be doing right now. I feel like the only way that you kind of don't get what you want right now, if you're anti-mage, is by taking engagements, by taking fights.
Yeah. It's almost like he wanted to fight this game and pick probably the worst carry to have that concept. Like, you know, AM has always been that hero, right? Like, I'll fight when I got 4 items, for example. 3 or 4 items. Before then, I'm just going to be split pushing, and if you guys kind of, you know, feed here and there, it's fine. I'm an AM. We'll do this. Battle Mage really hasn't been a thing for quite a while. I think the only time I saw it ever work for the early phase of the game was, I think it was that was Kuman. Kuman used to do double Aquila, and I think he went like Vanguard and would just look to fight people all the time.
I mean, back in the day, Quost used to go for the battle anti-mage with the I think it was the Vanguard and or Vlad's anti-mage fighting.
I remember that. Yeah, Vlad's used to be regularly picked up by him on anti-mage, actually. Completely fell out of favor, though.
Yeah, I mean, some of the stats and, you know, the ideas kind of behind the item, a lot changed. I think back in, like, very long ago, I remember in Dota 1, the idea behind anti-mage was to just get, stack a lot of bashers. And then just hit people in permabash.
Oh, yes. Back in the truly broken days of the Dota lands.
Yes.
When nothing worked quite right. When certain heroes couldn't build certain items. Oh, on coming in. Certain heroes can't live anymore. Nature's Prophet gets brought down alongside Kara, and they're going to get rid of Underlord. Sonic Wave through. Didn't quite clip on Earth Spirit fully. But they've got the follow-up damage to bring him down. Michael is going to die in the M4, but it's a 4-for-1 exchange. Yes, you don't kill the AM, but you completely repulse G-Pride from your side of the map.
Yeah, and I feel like, I think that G-Pride kind of, like, they had such a good idea for a really long time, but I think some of it is due to the fact that the anti-mage's timings are just way off with considering the game he had. But also, I'm not sure if they're starting to lose faith in him or what it is, but they're kind of bringing the fight to where he is, which is the complete opposite of what you want to be doing, right? You just want to fight away from the anti-mage and have him join if he wants to, or just kind of buy time. You don't need to commit to these fights, right? The idea should not be to kill the enemies. It should just be to kind of buy time.
Yeah,
no, you really need to do.
That's the type of strategy I use in my games when I really want my carry to learn that Dota is a 5-player game. But not a good idea when you're in a professional team and have a clear concept of what you need to do. Like killing this Pangolier. But the Winner's Curse is going to come out. KXY needs to actually move out of the root if he ever wants to cast a spell again. And that's not going to happen. They've got root after root after root. And they will be able to get him in the end. But Infamous, like, fine. That's fine. You brought everyone on your team. So, Aspect's just going to be on the other side of the map hitting creeps. Quaff is as well. We'll let our Void Spirit get some items as well. And before you know it, you'll be crying in your base.
Yeah, and we do see that the Spectre, he's trying to replicate. He's trying to be an anti-mage on his own. Yes, he's going for the Fusel Manta build here, and I quite like this. He's also very high level. Like, he has even quite a lot of farm. He's almost at the same CS as the anti-mage, whilst participating in so many more kills. And he's also higher level than anti-mage right now. So, Infamous, I'm not sure exactly how it happened. I have some ideas, but they're in a pretty good position, I would say, right now.
Yeah, you compare these heroes, right, and how they, like, I like their net worth impact. I want to say at this stage in the game, these top 4 heroes. I'm a lot more scared if I'm going against the Pangolier and the Spectre at these net worth impact points than if it's the Prophet and AM. Because, like, Nature's Prophet can have impact with this sort of gold. Like, he's got his BKB, he's got his Orchid, he can find kills. But, 1, it's a Spectre, and then 2, you look at the way KXY is itemized, it's all about, like, controlling these team fights.
Yeah, the Pango here, I like what he's doing next here. I'm not entirely sure about this Blink Dagger pickup. I can see it. I can see the angle. But yeah, I do like the fact that he's going for this Abyssal. And there's gonna be a quite fast roach here. And I think now Infamous should just look to apply pressure. I think this is where the anti-mage has to start cutting some waves. if he doesn't want them to get too pressured. I do think the G-Pride has good ways of kind of defending against some of these pushes, just with the Underlord setup, the Prophet also being able to cut waves, and just kind of nuking down the wave.
Fight top, Valkyrie, they're trying to nuke him down quickly. Sonic Wave will get the kill. They brought everybody here. It's a party in the top lane for Infamous, and that should be the signal for G-Pride to keep on pushing, as they have got an AM approaching high ground in the bot lane. Bit reluctant, though. Ah, yes, the classic I want more gold prioritization from the AM, as he does not want to approach that high ground. That's how people die.
Yeah, but I do think that's quite a big mistake, and also a big mistake is Earth Spirit here porting into this fight up top, and also Anti-Mage porting in.
Yeah, they're bringing everyone. Tao, hashtag the BKB. He's trying to get a kill into the Void Spirit, but Michael is so goddamn tanky, it's not working. They're not doing enough damage to be able to sustain through this. Instead, they bring down the Prophet. Now they're going to hunt for more. The Winner's Curse coming out, so AIM's going to be finding himself as soon as he comes down, and he tries to move away, but they can move forward and chase them up on this. Pepita baiting him out. They're actually coming out of their base to fight, and Dismar needs to be careful because he bought back here. Sansa's on 2, Spirit Vessel thrown out to Michael. Roll does actually get blocked by the Spectre, and Spectre's going to keep on hunting while Valkyrie gets forced away by Pepita. And it looks like Dismar should be getting that dive. Oh, no, Michael. He just wanted to help out. Killed by his own teammate, but he'll say worth it. You die, I die, but of the 2 pos 4s, which one of us is in the ground longer?
Yeah, and I feel like, you know, you don't really necessarily want to be harping on one thing or one player, but I do think that this Anti-Mage is making the game very difficult for his team by kind of joining weird engagements, and also just we're gonna see him be able to pick up Pango here at least.
See, if he wasn't fighting all the time, he wouldn't have found that.
he yeah, that's true, but he also would be up, you know, 1 or 2 items.
That's true. It's like the it's the Marvel Avengers meme, right? It's like, but at what price? Like, at what cost?
Right, but at what cost? Yeah, no, exactly. You know, during all that engagement, he could have, you know, maybe just went for a Rex. Who knows?
Well, Pakaza's going for more heroes. Not only do they find extra freebies, but that haunt was strictly to see if anyone else was coming. Like, and I understand why he does it, right? Like, if you're Pakaz in that situation, you're like, why is there a Nature's Prophet here? Oh, they must be ganking me as like a team. And then you just haunt and go, nope, that ain't it.
Yeah, and he also helped out to kill the Crystal Maiden down
yes.
with the Queen of Pain. So
it feels like G-Pro, it's something that just, they feel very discombobulated all of a sudden, right? Like they took a bad fight and now kind of don't know where to go with it. I mean, there you go. They'll finally be able to find a kill on the Michael. That's a good one. But the problem is that this Spectre, I don't know about you, I'm worried she's a bit too big now. Valkyrie's trying to find that out. Where's the bash? Oh, 4 in a row?
See you later, nerd.
That's just, I mean, that is bad luck, my friend.
The Spectre is definitely getting big. And you gotta be a bit worried here. You still have this Anti-Mage. I feel like still, if you're Gorilla Pride, I still think you have some kind of a like easy way of just like running away with this game, because I think that it's just hard for Infamous still to catch this Anti-Mage played properly, but so far haven't really enjoyed what I'm seeing out of the carry here on G-Pride side.
Be honest, after this stream, after you've watched all these atrocities committed by the AM and your +1 professional carry eyes,
right?
How many bottles of whiskey are you gonna have to down?
I don't know about the downing. I feel like it's more so about, you know, like, do I feel like I have to play an Anti-Mage game of my own, you know, and just like
was I wrong?
You know?
And then like at the end, you just see that you've got like 10 kills, no, 1 kill because you're Anti-Mage, 1 kill, 0 deaths,
right?
And like, you know, 2 assists, and you've won the game. Like, I was right.
Yeah.
But who was wrong and who was right here? Dismar, this was not the right neighborhood to stroll out at night in. And they will find more, because they move forward off that on, and they're trying to hunt for more. Pacaz still has the Aegis to play with. In the meantime, 2 dead on one side and the Queen of Pain on the other. So they do get rid of that Aegis, and I think they're going to back up, because you can see that Infamous are moving the rest of their forces across. And G-Pride not really in a great position to fight anymore.
Yeah, Underlord kind of just limping back. They did get the Aegis at the cost of 2 supports. They do manage to get a kill on the Queen of Pain, so all in all, not a terrible trade kind of there for G-Pride. But the Aegis, I think, was about to expire kind of soonish. So maybe not ideal anyways.
Yeah. So it's one of those cases like Infamous just naturally has value on that side of the map as well, as we see them take that tier 1 tower. Like, if anything, you want to make moves where there's like, if the risk feels high as G Pride, there isn't like ramifications, right? It's like if they were, for example, making these sort of skirmishes on the Radiant side, then that doesn't immediately convert into an objective for Infamous.
Yes. No, it's true. Yeah, they do get this one tier 1 tower, but then you get a glyph again, so
Yeah.
it's kind of whatever-ish, you know. It's
And
not the end of the world.
I think Disman was trying to do that as well, right? Because he did die in the Radiant jungle, so you could see the intention. It just feels like Infamous, they've read this book before, right? Like,
Yeah.
this isn't, you know, the workings of Tolkien. They're just reading like Beano comic at this point.
Yeah, definitely Infamous kind of seeming like the team that's more on point so far. Abyssal here, I think, being purchased by Spectre, and then it looks like he's queuing up a Lincoln Sphere here.
I guess, like, there is the ATOS factor, right? Like, you don't want to get stuck in the roots, and he doesn't feel like building a BKB. Although I can't help but feel a BKB would be worth it in this game.
On the Spectre?
Yeah, because like if you're doing these type of items, like you're looking at a similar factor of I need protection, right?
Right. Yeah, no, I don't feel necessarily that he has to go for BKB here. I think just going something like Butterfly and just kind of relying on some...
This is why you want a Lincolns. That looked quite quick. Pretty sure the Spectre's going to be having a cigarette after that one. Oh, Cold Embrace. Wyvern trying to protect himself. Anti-Mage does get stunned up. The Silence comes out. Yules to purge it off, but the roots are going to be there. On for the Pangolier. And KXY is feeling the pain. The Atos follow-up will ensure he dies. The Winner's Curse on the side. Axel says, if I'm going to die, I'm taking someone with me. I choose you, Maiden. I always choose the past 5. They're not done, though. They tried to jump co-op, but with those spider legs, it's not an easy kill anymore.
Yeah, some very strange engagements here by Infamous.
Just a tad. Well, they do at least have Glyph this next wave, so maybe they can minimize the cost here a little bit.
Yeah, I think they should be able to force at least the buyback from the Wyvern here. I'm surprised they didn't buyback already. It's going to be the Pango buyback.
Well, they don't have the Winner's Curse, right? So they're thinking that way instead. Void Spirit in a little bit of trouble. Did get silenced instantly. Couldn't actually do the damage himself. The roll through to try and split up the fight. They just want them out. They're like, please, leave our base alone. And Peter protects himself with the Ghost Scepter, worried about those right clicks coming out. The root's going to be on the KXY, yes, with the Yules, but the follow-up, we've seen this one before. There's going to be a roll-through into the dieback on the Pangolier. And Wyvern, still not sure how the buyback button works, isn't going to actually commit. Just going to wait the 10 seconds. And luckily for them, they still have tier 2 towers in the other lane, so they shouldn't lose more for this. But that could have been a lot more pricey.
Yeah, just some strange ideas here. Buying back on the Pango. And then just going back in and dying again. And now all of a sudden G Pride are in a very, very nice position in this game here. Yeah. I think the next kind of the next point of contention should be this next Roche coming up very soon here. I think I want to say whoever gets the hands on the Roche wins, but that's also not necessarily true. I think G Pride could win kind of regardless of what happens. But I feel like Infamous kind of just gave away the lead that they had managed to get there.
No, definitely. And you can already see that G Pride's playing with a lot more confidence. The Horn's going to be forced out. The Winner's Curse as well. They see the big target. They want to get rid of Arceus quickly. They're burning through his mana. But it looks like he might survive through this. He's able to actually turn around and start fighting. Void Spirit gets brought down. The Pangolier's still dead for 30 more seconds before he's up. The Spectre is melting all this damage. He just can't sustain. The Spirit Vessel ensures it, and he will be brought down. Dead for 95 seconds. Sonic Wave Fruit is able to get the kill on the Earth Spirit. But it's going to cost you your Wyvern as well. Axel can't make his way out. 4 dead again. And I feel... you know what? I think we actually might have action replays, because I feel like we've seen this one already.
Yeah, I think the game to me looks pretty done. There's no buyback on Spectre. There's no buyback. I mean, the Pango is going to be alive, but he is without buyback, and the Wyvern is still dead for quite a while without buyback. I think this is going to be another free Rex, and after that they could just easily just go into Roche, take Roche, and then kind of just run down the top lane.
Yeah, and they just don't give a crap about KXY. They'll jump straight on top of him and kill him off. He's gone. They were literally just right-clicking him as he rolled around. That's how little Tao cared. And, I mean, you got that point. Now you can just go straight for the throne. Looks like we are going to need a third game here, because it's very hard to see how Infamous are going to defend for 30 more seconds at this rate. They get through buildings so quickly on the side of G-Pride. Pop's like, please, hit me instead of the buildings, please. Which, no, they won't oblige. They just want this one done with.
Yeah, they're kind of doing their best here to slow them down a little bit.
It looks
and,
like they're like, no, actually, this is too risky. You respect it, right? Like, they could end the game there, but like the risk-reward situation is just better to go get the Roche.
Yeah, they're gonna get this reach on an anti-mage, and then they're just gonna get the Roche, and after that they can just finish the game.
Unless we see one hell of a hold from Infamous. Need something that they can play off. They have got Spectres level 25 now, so that, I mean, that's a substantial increase in damage in these fights, right? The Horn Illusion damage. So
yeah,
maybe.
I'm curious. I don't know if you'd want to go for that over the dispersion here.
I guess
There's
that's because they got the
actually
Silver
break.
Edge, though, right?
Yeah, there is the Silver Edge. That's true. That's okay, I guess.
Kind of forcing the choice. Like, I get where you come from. Like, dispersion always feels better. But they need to be aggressive. They're going to try it. They go for the Horn. They need to actually find an entry target right now. It looks like the other one's being entered upon. Pax does come in, jumps straight forward with the Abyssal onto the CM, trying to bring it down. But she's so damn tanky. She's got her in BKB. She's going to turn around and start to fight with them right now. But Kaz needs to try and move away. They've already lost the Quap and the Wyvern will both fight back. But Kaz is the primary target. If they get rid of this Spectre, they can end the game. But at this rate, that won't even matter because everyone around them is dying. Finally, the Spec goes down. They're basically up against the ropes, pleading for mercy as the GG comes out. Game 3 is going to be required.
Yeah, and I think despite the anti-mage's best effort, I think the hero pick there was just too strong.